Hello and welcome to Jan's Views. Today I want to look at the aviation tragedies that have happened within a few days of each other in America. I have seen a few people, well, several people on Twitter and various other places that are actually trying to link the two accidents. I find this to be very problematic and also very scaremongering to people that are unaware of what's actually happened with these two terrible incidences. I am very passionate, you might say, very interested in aviation. I have been for several years now, and I do follow a lot of aviation channels online. So let's get on with this and let's just go over what we're being fed, what's actually meant to have happened, and how the news people feed the information to us. So on here, I've gone onto YouTube and I put in DC air collision. So as you can see, there's a picture of what actually happened. The plane's coming in and it gets struck by the helicopter. So I can go into details about that. Basically, the aeroplane was on the flight path of the short final into the airport in DC. I think it's called the Ronald Reagan Airport, and it was on a short final for that. And the helicopters, which are military helicopters, are used to being able to sort of fly through the air corridor. Unbelievable. I mean, when I found out about that, I just couldn't believe that that's been allowed to happen. But I don't want to waffle on about that now. I'd rather just give you the facts as they are now. So sadly, 67 people died in the midair collision. But what I want you to see is all these large news agencies like Fox and Live Now and BBC News, they try and dramatize it even more. I mean, as if it's not bad enough. Come on, guys. I watched a video the other day and it was from one of these large ones. I think it may have been CNN, and it was so disgusting that I actually wrote a comment underneath it. So I'm going to see if I can find it, because they made it look like it was a trailer for a new horror movie. They didn't speak about it. There was no talking over it. They were just putting up the same 3 or 4 sentences and were playing this really dramatic music, and I was just disgusted in it, guys. Anyway, as I said, I don't want to waffle. I just want to give you as much information as I possibly can. Now, one of the best aviation channels out there that I've been following for years now is called VAS Aviation, and they're very good at explaining incidences and accidents and close shaves and everything in aviation. So hopefully you'll understand, um because it's all, they do it on a graphic. You'll see in a minute, and you'll hear the pilots talking to ATC. Okay, ATC is the like the tower and the people that are in charge of all flights. Okay, so it's aviation transport, I don't know, anyway, they're called ATC. So here we go. It's a PSA Airlines Canadair CRJ 700. That's the type of airplane, and N709PS, which would be its call sign. Was performing flight J1A 5342 from Wichita KICT to Washington, KDCA, was on a short final circling for runway 33 when the aircraft collided with a military Sikorsky UH-60 helicopter, and both aircraft fell into the Potomac River. So here we go.
Tower 5342 on Mount Vernon visual runway 1.
Pushing 5342 Washington Tower 1 star 32017 +25. You check runway 33.
Right, now if you look here, you'll see the planes are coming in here, okay? And this plane is on the right flight path. Can you see? He's on the flight path here. Over here, PAT 25, that is the helicopter. Now, that helicopter shouldn't be going above 200 feet. But he was higher. This aeroplane here has like a TCAS warning, but the warning system only works if the aeroplane is lower than 1,000 feet. Okay, so anyway, let's carry on. So this J1A 5342 is one. I think is that the aeroplane that anyway, we'll see in a minute. But that one here is the helicopter. It's a bit confusing, but bear with.
Yeah, we can do 33 for Blue 6342.
Pushing 5342 at the Wilson Bridge. Change the curve for runway 33. Runway 33 clear to land.
Yeah, so he's got the clear to land from the controller, okay, in the tower. This one here, right? See, the thing is, oh god, there's two planes close together, but that's what happens. You see, when they line up for the when they're on the short final, there's normally a queue. Okay, so let's go.
Change to runway 33, runway 33 for land 6342.
Jet 789 1 star 32015 +25. Traffic 2 out, no delay. Runway 1 for takeoff.
Takeoff, runway 1, no delay.
Right, to further complicate the situation, you've got aeroplanes taking off. Okay, so they're taking off. Say they're taking off from here. I can't see where the airport is. It's not very clear here, but so this controller is controlling all the planes coming into land. He's also controlling the helicopter, and it looks like he's controlling departures as well. So that's what all the audio is.
Washington American 3130 with you, runway 1.
American 3130 Washington Tower 1 star 31014 +25. Runway 1 clear to land. Check for may depart for arrival.
Right, so that's the American. That's the American. It's confusing because the call sign is different on here, but I don't think that one was. He's cleared to land, so I think he clears to land first, right? This one here, and I think it's this one that, yeah, is the fated airline.
Okay, clear to land, runway 1, American 3130.
Right, so as you can see, the helicopter's taken off from here. Now, this airspace around the airport is very, very busy. Very busy. And why they've allowed for the helicopters to just take off and fly through the flight path of these airlines is amazing. It's just insane to me. So you can see there's other airplanes coming up. Oh no, that's the American here. Right, the AAL 3130 is the American that they were just talking to. One of these, I think it's this one here, that's going to end up in the river.
Jet 789 contact don't park today.
Okay.
American 3130 for the final.
Well, American 3130.
Pass 25.
Right, so he's saying to him, to the American, to slow down, okay, American Airlines, but that's the third one in, okay? So this one here has already landed by the look of things. This one's coming in to land, all right? Helicopter's taken off, all right.
Traffic just off the Wilson Bridge is here today at 1,200 feet, start from runway 33. This is Everest Crew. American 1630 Tower, runway 1, left void, check, through Alpha, runway 33, dispatch 16 off funnel.
Line up wait, runway 1.
Right, so that last one, he's actually at the airport and he's been told to line up and wait, ready to take off. So, yeah, it's a bit confusing, but...
Whiskey 5307, keep rolling down to November, ground 47 today.
Right, here we go. Right, so we've got this one here. That's managed to escape it. So the airport must be up here. This plane here, right, this is the one that's downed. This one here is going to go up to here, and then it's going to turn a left into the glide slope, into the final, well, I think this is final approach anyway, but they turn left to go into the airport, okay? Now, this helicopter has come out of here. He should be going around, all right? He should go around. But what actually happens is he comes in front, and that's why he hits this aircraft. And he's also at the wrong height, because this aircraft here hasn't been warned about the helicopter. The helicopter should be underneath. And in actual fact, a day before this happened, there was a close shave with another aeroplane and another helicopter. This is how serious it is. Unbelievable.
American 1630 1 star 32014, Duck 25, traffic 2 mile left base, runway 33, no delay, runway 13 for immediate takeoff.
Right, so this controller, as you can see, right, he's saying no delays. That means immediate, okay? So he's saying to the guy on the ground, right, I can't see exactly what he's saying, but he actually said to him, right, no delay, get off the runway, basically. You're free to take off, okay? But no delay. So that means immediate. There's no messing around, just get off.
Number 1, clear for takeoff, American 1630.
Right, you see what's happening here? Oh, now we've got a damn advert. Right, okay, so the tower asks the helicopter, do you have the CRJ in sight? Because up in the tower, they've obviously got their radars, which I should imagine are probably a bit more clear than what we're looking at here. So he's saying to the helicopter, right, can you see the CRJ? Okay, so let's listen to what he says.
Project CRJ in sight. Pass 25, pass behind the CRJ.
So then he says to him, pass behind the CRJ. But look what's happening. Look, he should be over here. He should be on this path. And this is just a shortcut for the helicopters, okay? They could be told not to fly through the flight path. What a good idea. Instead, they're allowed to do that, okay? So he's been told, pass behind the CRJ, which is the American airline. Okay, hang on a minute. So I'm not sure who says it, but because we didn't actually see, but the tower then says, yeah, visual separation approved. So either the helicopter said, okay, we're doing a visual separation, which means we can see the aircraft, we'll do a visual separation. Or I don't know whether that was the CRJ that was saying it, but it more than likely was the helicopter. Okay. So the tower is saying, yeah, that's approved.
American 4782, my bad number.
Right, that's a different airline. But look. Jesus.
Visual.
American 472, Washington, 1 star 32017.
Yeah, and the other American says, oh my God, they've just went. So that's the collision right there.
Did you see that?
472. American 3130, go around.
Right, so yeah, somebody said, did you see that? So then the same guy in the tower is saying, right, American 472, go around. which means don't land, just go around, and then he gives him a heading where to fly off to, like, 350, climb and maintain 3,000 feet. So I think the rest of it is just about that. Right, so hang on, just want to show you just how busy these air traffic controllers are. Oh, that's what ATC stands for. Oh, God. Yeah, let's listen.
3,000.
270 on the heading, 3000, American 3130.
So can you see all the other planes that are still coming in? This is how busy airports are, guys. And the thing is, it's not that air flight is dangerous. It's that airports are bloody dangerous. They take too many risks. Anyway, I was telling my daughter this earlier. She said, "Mum, calm down." I said, "I can't help it. I just get so upset by it."
American 472, cancel landing clearance runway 1 continue.
Right, so he's now having to juggle all these other aircrafts in the meantime, knowing that this aircraft has been downed. I mean, it's just insane. Yeah. Anyway, I really don't want this to go on for too long, but that is what actually happened. Okay. So what we're going to do is then now look at the other accident. Okay. Right, now before we do that, all right, I want to show you this. Right, okay, I want to show you. Yeah, look at this, guys. Same airport. The day before, approximately 24 hours before the fatal mid-air crash between American CRJ 700 and an Army helicopter. Okay, look at this, guys. Same airport, same everything.
Pat 1, roger, and Pat 1, wind calm, watch out, number 2970.
And again, we've got a helicopter that is about to fly straight through the flight path of the airlines.
And Pat 1-1, traffic's going to be approaching Cabin John, continuing down the river. It's going to be a southwest 3,500 descending, landing runway 1.
Right, did you get that? So he's telling, this controller is obviously a different one, is telling the helicopter about these aeroplane, or one of them, which is going to land. I can't remember which one he said now. So this guy at least seems to be giving more warnings.
Request visual separation, Pat 1-1.
Right, again, the helicopter is asking for visual separation. So, yeah, which is what the other guy asked for, but he's coming from another end, so he's probably going back to where he needs to go. Here we go. Now look.
Southwest 3565 on the RMP 019.
Southwest 30.
Right, so here we've got the Southwest coming in here. All right. So he's been cleared to land. See here, cleared to land. Traffic will depart, continue reducing. So to final approach speed. So he's telling him to slow right down. Okay. And then he'll turn to go into the airport.
6565 Washington, Tower, runway 19 or 30 land traffic will depart, continue reduce the final approach speed. Additional traffic is going to be a helicopter over Memorial Bridge.
So here, the traffic controller is saying to him, additional traffic is going to be a helicopter. That's him here over the bridge, VFR northbound. That's the tracks they use. Okay, at 200 feet. So he's told him where the helicopter is. So he's like 200 feet. They have you in sight. Okay.
VFR northwest down 200 feet. They have you on site. Maintain a visual separation as they continue up the.
Yeah, so maintain visual separation as they continue up the river. Okay, where's the river? Can't see the river. Is that the river? Anyway, so here's the Southwest coming down here. There's the helicopter there. And it's just insane to me. Anyway.
River. And Southwest 3565 copies all.
So, yeah, that's Southwest pilot saying he copies all. That means that he understood everything. He shouldn't really. He's meant to read it all back, but never mind.
Brickyard 4385. Maintain visual separation starting company in the upwind. Traffic will follow you visually. Traffic 4 mile final way. 19er, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff.
Right, so here we go. There's another one, Brickyard, who's waiting to take off. Okay, so he's saying, yeah, okay, well, there's a plane coming in on a 4-mile final. So I just can't believe that they're so close. All the timings are just so close. And he's been cleared for takeoff. Sorry, I should have said that. And he's also saying maintain visual, which means keep an eye out. Insane, isn't it, guys?
19, maintain visual, Brickyard 4385.
American 365 watch out. Keep a move around the corner. Runway 19er, line of weight. Advise you of the Embraer site. Can maintain visual separation. Traffic 4 mile final.
19, line of weight, Embraer site, American 365.
And south.
Yeah, so what they're doing, they're asking the pilots on the ground to keep an eye and not to move until those two aircraft are coming, or at least one of them's coming in. This one, the Southwest one, is coming in on a 4-mile final. Now, the speed these planes go, that's going to be like a couple of minutes. So, yeah. And the tower also says to this guy here, in addition to that helicopter traffic will be departing from 19. That's the name of the runway. Traffic will hold in position on 15 for you. So basically, he's telling him, right, where all the planes are at the moment. So, yeah, I mean, this guy's good. This ATC guy is good. He's keeping them all informed. But we still have a helicopter in the mix.
That was 3565. In addition to that helicopter traffic departing 19er. Traffic will hold in position 15 for you.
That's a 3565, copy.
Pat 1, watch out, Roger. Maintain visual separation. Southwest off your nose.
Right, did you see that? So he said, the helicopter guy said, right, I'm at Memorial. The other thing is with this one that I've noticed, they use a lot of slang, which is not really the correct way to do it. They should use certain phraseology, but they're not using it. And I mean, you just say, Memorial, that isn't good enough. He should be saying exactly where he is and which height and everything. But anyway, so basically, and also even Southwest, he's not using the right terminology either. But anyway.
Okay, I will. Brickyard 4492, best forward speed down the river again. 3 parts to follow you visually. Contact no park.
Best forward speed down the river and over departure, Brickyard 4492.
Yeah, so he's talking to the guys that are going to depart, all right? So they're saying, go as fast as you can down the river and over to departure. Okay. Over to departure means they'll be talking to a different person in the tower.
American 365, maintain visual separation starting Embraer in the upwind. Traffic approaching a 2.5 mile final for your runway as well. Runway 19er, clear for takeoff.
Did you get that? He's saying to him, keep an eye on somebody who's departing. I mean, for God's sake, as if they don't have enough to do, you know. You know, the worst times in flight are takeoff and landing because there's so much work that the pilots have to do. So at the same time, they've got to maintain visual separation from departing Embraer in the upwind. It's like, what? And also, he said traffic approaching is 2.5 miles, so that would be the Southwest, for your runway as well.
Runway as well, runway 19er, clear for takeoff.
19, clear for takeoff, maintain visual separation, American 335.
Brickyard 4385, traffic your files indicating 180 knots, and again, American files you visually, contact no park.
Right, and
see how close they are there. Look. Again, that's the helicopter and an airliner. With it could have hundreds of people on it, guys.
departure, Brickyard 4385, roger that. Brickyard 4514, Hanover, Brazil, 19.
Brickyard 4514, watch out. Reduce the final approach speed. Runway 19er, clear to land. Traffic will depart. Additional traffic is a helicopter over Georgetown, northbound, 300 feet.
Alright, slowing it down. Upon approach speed 19, clear to land. Brickyard 4514, off the driver.
Roger, Pat 1 traffic 2 miles north of your position. Embraer 1900, sending landing 19er.
Right, so that guy is talking to all three of them now. This new new plane that's coming. I don't recognize these ones. RPA. I don't recognize that one. This is that is Southwest, and that's helicopter. So he's talking to all of them, and look at this helicopter, right? So he's managed to get round this one, but we've got another one coming in. So he's still saying visual separation. So he's saying, "Oh, don't worry, guys. I can keep an eye on these massive, great big airliners that are driving, flying past me in the sky."
Traffic inside for Conference 4542.
Tower Rick here, 4495 is River Visual 19.
Right. So he's saying river visual. That's self-explanatory, really. But yeah, it's all very localized. It's not slang, but it's localized talk, and they shouldn't really be saying that. They should be more precise about what they're doing and where they are. So the helicopter's still in the middle. Listen to what happens.
Fabric Air 4495, River Visual 19.
So here we go.
4495, Washington Tower, runway 19, clear to land, traffic departs by your album.
Right, again, okay. Look at this one. Look, he's there. He's right on top of this one. So the tower is saying, right, okay, you're cleared to land. I don't know which one. Yeah, so is he talking to that one? I think he might be talking to that one. But then he's saying traffic departs prior to your arrival. So he's still, they're letting off planes while he's trying to, get onto the short final.
19 clear to land, Rick Air 4495.
American 365, the sports being contact with home departure today. Departure American 365.
Again, he's telling the American airline to, get out of there. Fastest speed possible.
Lucy 5384, the winds are showing 160 at 3, runway 15. Cover takeoff.
A notification. Okay, so they've had a warning to say that they're too close to the helicopter. That's what that is. It's an RA or TCAS, they call it. And that's the only way that they avoided the same thing happening.
That big 4514, so would you like to go around the pier? You're going around, so go around. Turn right heading 250, climb maintain 3000. 250, climb maintain 3000, break out 354. 3565, turn right, taxi, Foxtrot right on Juliet, ground point 7. Okay,
he's moving the planes around the airport now. So I don't know if you understood all that. I'm not very good at explaining it, but see, that is the flight path. You see the flight path? That is the flight path. So what the hell is a helicopter doing in the mix? It shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be there. Anyway, I have to stay calm. So what I'm going to do quickly now, this has gone on way longer than I wanted it to, but I just want to show you something else. Okay, so this is from today. Air traffic controllers interviewed and helicopter black box retrieved from DC air crash site. So the helicopter black box is the box where all the recordings will be on there. Listen, I don't want to blame anyone. I really don't. There are a few people you can blame in this, but I honestly think it's down to the government. It's down to Philadelphia. Oh, sorry. It's down to DC allowing for this to happen. Right. Okay. I'm not going to read about the poor people. They're still looking for more people in the river. I don't want to be addressing that today. May they all rest in peace. So here we've got helicopter traffic around Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport has been restricted. Which Secretary Sean Duffy says will ensure the safety of plane and helicopter traffic. Well, thank goodness for that. Oh, Trump says the helicopter involved was flying too high. Yes, he was, but does not provide any evidence to back up the claim. I've just provided it. The evidence is there. And if you are into aviation the way I am, you will find all the information on online and on YouTube. And if I looked closer at that, you would see the heights. There's a site called Flight Radar, which will tell you exactly what height all the planes are and everything. I don't want to get too complicated with it because I just get confuddled. Right, they've restricted helicopter traffic around the Reagan airport amid concerns from officials about overcrowding in the airspace overhead. Hooray! Oh, and the helicopter crew were taking part in training for event of attack. Yeah, well, I mean, that's all well and good, but maybe take the longer route. Maybe don't fly across the. Oh, sorry, I'm all confuddled. Don't fly across the blooming flight path. It's as simple as that. Anyway, so I'm going to finish on quickly the other case, which again is devastating, but I just wanted to speak about it and to show that these people that are saying that there's a connection um, with these two aviation accidents are absolutely wrong. It's got nothing to do. They've got nothing to do with each other. They're completely different. Um, and they're both devastating. Of course they are. But they're both very different, guys. So pay no attention to the scaremongers out there that are trying to say that oh, there must be a link. There must be a link because two of them have happened in within days of each other. No, it's not true. There's not a link. They're both very, very, very unfortunate accidents, and so many people have lost their lives. So we're back on VAS Aviation. So let's just listen to this before we go. It was a Learjet ambulance. Okay, this Learjet ambulance was flying a Mexican family back to Missouri, I think, before they were then going back to Mexico, I think. I don't know. But the little girl in there had received treatment and she'd recovered. Right, I mustn't get upset. Right, she'd recovered and so she was getting this flight away from the hospital. They had a good old, farewell thing with her and God love her. God love her. So it was her and her mother. Okay. It was her and her mother and some other people in the plane that had just left the airport and yeah, I don't know what happened. The plane took off and very quickly nosedived and yeah. Here we go.
Medevac, mid-service 056, on departure, turn right heading 290, runway 24, clear for takeoff, wind 25010.
So there's the controller speaking to the pilot, telling them you're cleared for takeoff. That's the information there. It's so sad, guys. And I find it very hard when there's children involved. And as with the other crash, there were children involved. It really upsets me. But I wanted to do this to just dispel all the scaremongering out there that seem to think, oh, planes are just falling out of the sky. No, this is entirely different. It's entirely different, guys. Right, so what it's saying is it was, well, it's self-explanatory. It was destroyed when it collided with terrain, which means it hit buildings. Shortly after takeoff from runway 24, pilots had normally read back frequency change seconds before the impact. So, yeah, the pilots didn't see anything wrong with, what they were doing. So, yeah.
Medevac, med-service 056, contact Philly departure 123.8.
Right, so when you leave an airport, the departure, the ATC will tell them to contact departure. So that's what that message was to the pilot.
123.8, Mike Tango Sierra 056 Medevac. Thank you, good day.
And God rest his soul, that was the pilot. They were his final words. Thank you. Good day. Life's so cruel, guys.
Med Service 056 Philadelphia. Med Service 056 Philadelphia.
And that is Approach. I don't know why Approach were ringing them, but anyway, that was Approach trying to contact the pilot. But as you see, they're just taken off and quite literally took off and then nosedived. I'm trying not to show footage because it's just too distressing.
Medevac Med Service 056, Northeast Tower. Contact Philly 123.8.
So you can see the ATC are trying to contact them, but as you can see here, is that looks like the other one, but anyway, as you can see here, the plane didn't make it. So I think I'm probably going to stop there because I'm just going to get too upset about it. But that's basically what happened. The plane took off, and then let's jump over there. They're still trying to contact the plane. And as you can see, it was Medivac Medical Service. Nothing to do with the disaster in DC. It was just a completely different crash, just as devastating. And yeah, children involved there. So what I want to do now, I want to come off of there now. What I want to do is say to you, just hug your nearest and dearest, and especially children. You know, we try and keep them safe, don't we, guys? But yeah, I'm sorry, it's a bit of a sad one, but I just wanted to clear up a few things. I hope I did. I hope I wasn't too like mumbo jumbo all over the place. But what I want to say also is you just take care of yourselves out there, guys, because trust me, it's a rotten old world. So until the next one, bye bye for now.